What is up, everyone? Don Tony Lamb here. So time flies, and I recently realized it's been a year since I made the switch from console to PC. Today I want to talk a little bit about the transition, give some advice for anyone wanting to make that leap to PC, and what the main differences I've noticed as it relates to Rainbow Six Siege. And if any of you know me, you know that's my primary passion in gaming at the moment. And at the end of the video, I'm going to discuss my goals and plans for this channel and my content in general. Also, I apologize if my voice sounds kind of weird, or if you hear snottiness, allergies are really kicking my ass. So, yeah, so ignore the breathing heavy and the snot and the general grossness. Moving on. I've been playing Siege since Operation Velvet Shell, which, year 2, season 1. I started on PS4, switched to Xbox due to a freak accident which took the life of my PS4. To learn more about Siege, I started watching content creators on YouTube and Pro League. I quickly noticed how dramatically different the game seemed on PC versus console. I'll go into that later in the video, but I wanted to highlight that this is really the driving motivator for why I wanted to make that switch to PC. I really wanted to experience the game on that level, in the purest form. Okay, yeah. Insert PC Master Race jokes, yada yada. Okay, sorry for offending anyone. Moving on. I met Colorproof, who was willing to help me build a PC. Some of you may know Colorproof from our talk show podcast Mind Games every Wednesday on my Twitch channel. Little plug there. I also upload it to my YouTube, so you can find it there as well. Over time, I slowly saved up, bought new components month by month until I had everything I needed, and honestly, I don't have any regrets. The biggest learning curve for me as it relates to Siege was movement using the keyboard. I used to play some computer games primarily on my Mac, like World of Warcraft, so the notion of moving with the WASD keys wasn't completely foreign, but it definitely feels different in a first-person shooter than it does in MMORPG. Aiming with a mouse wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, honestly. I was never a mouse and keyboarder on console, so very limited experience on a FPS with a mouse. Obviously, over the past year, the aim definitely greatly improved, and I'm sure if I went back and watched the first clips from playing on PC compared to now, it would be dramatically different. But overall, aiming with a mouse feels natural once the sensitivity is down. And that brings me to the largest difference between Siege and console on PC, which is the speed in which one can aim and move with accuracy. I'm sure for someone who plays on like a really high sensitivity on controller, this is not applicable for you, but I played a really low sense. I think it was like 15, 15, 30. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I was really amazed at how quickly one could do like a 180 flick and get some kills. To this day, every time I go back to my Xbox and I load into a T-Hunt on Siege, I'm immediately reminded of how different the movement and aiming is. It feels like I have 50-pound weights on my operator's hands and feet, schlepping my ass through some dense jello. The best thing for my aim, honestly, was just grinding out Terrorist Hunt. Is it boring? Abso-fucking-lutely. But worth it? Abso-fucking-lutely. I've spent probably about 23 hours on Terrorist Hunt on PC in the past year. There are other differences, obviously, between Siege on PC and console, such as leaning while hip firing, which honestly does not make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. I really was jealous about that when I was on Xbox, and now that I'm on PC, it's really not as big of a deal as one would think. It's much easier to fry a drone on PC. That's a huge difference, is the drone game. One has to be much more careful with one's drone on PC. And I still struggle to that, honestly, a year later. Ranked games on PC feel much sweatier than on console. On Xbox, I solo queued my way up to Platinum. And to this day, I have not yet reached Plat on PC. Closest I've gotten was 1 win away. But I still have not hit that Plat. Even in Silver Hell, ranked games feel much more competitive than they did on Xbox. This may not be like universal for everyone. This is just my experience. So, grain of salt. I do highly recommend anyone who wants to play Siege or any other game on PC to take the leap. The initial investment is daunting for sure. And in all honesty, if I didn't have someone to build it for me, I probably would not have been so quick to get a PC. What really helped me with the initial investment was ordering parts little by little. Each month I would get 1 to 2 components required. My build was about $1,000, which, yeah, that's definitely more than buying a new console. But over time, I think the price balances out. Instead of having to get a new console, you can upgrade, like if your graphics card needs replaced or more RAM. That's a smaller investment than buying a whole new console. You also have like monthly fees to play online on Xbox and things like that. So I think overall it balances out. Anyway. I also found it easier to get linked in with gaming communities on PC than I did on console. I never found a 5-stack on console, but on PC it was much easier to find communities to play with. Again, that experience may not be universal to everyone. I just know for me that's how it was. So we just talked about where I came from. Now I kind of want to talk about where I want to go with this. Over the past year, I've joined 2 orgs as a member of their stream team, Unlimited and Iron Mountain. Both Discords will be linked in the description of this video. I encourage anyone who's looking for a friendly gaming community to check them out. Unlimited, a lot of different members, play different games, very big into Call of Duty and Halo. Iron Mountain focuses on Rainbow Six Siege, but they also have players who play Call of Duty, other games as well. So I hit affiliate after 6 months of streaming and started a YouTube channel. I definitely have no delusions of grandeur with hitting partner on Twitch or becoming a full-time content creator. That being said, I do have plans for this year as it relates to my YouTube channel and my Twitch stream. So I wanted to start to create content that's educational and entertaining and continue to grow and evolve the Twitch stream. Over the past week, I've been asking myself some questions that I heard on a Devin Nash video. On ways to improve your stream and content. And I think these questions are really important. So what do I do better than anyone else? What is something that makes me unique? And what can I do different from others? I still don't have these answers, but I hope to discover where I fit in the vast field of Siege content creators. Outside of gaming, I'm a mental health professional, a psychotherapist, and I hope to incorporate my studies and experience into my content. How am I going to do this? I honestly don't know for sure, but I'm going to figure it out. I've been playing around with some ideas, whether it's psycho ed videos with tips on improving mindset as relates to gaming, a call-in show, a la Fraser Crane, maybe some Siege tips and trick videos here and there, but I feel like the market is really oversaturated with these and from people who are much better at it than I am. So I definitely am going to continue Mind Games weekly and hope to find other ways to incorporate mental health and wellness into the content. At the end of the day, I had a fucking blast this past year, streaming my mediocre gameplay and finding clips to make me seem much better than I really am. Anyway, if you want to continue to follow me on this journey, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. The links are in the description. Also, please take care of yourselves in this time of quarantine and lockdown. I want everyone to stay safe and sane. And I will see you all next time.
It's not there anymore. Probably on site. He's on site, Sam. He's on site. Push that double door.
Do you know where on site?
I'd swing him in free fire at 15.
Got him.
Mirror was close to Dawn. Sam, you gotta push. He's on the mirror to your right. Hard right, Sam.
10 seconds left.
Okay.
Hard right, hard right, hard right.
Oh, she's on the ground.
Nice.
Nice, Don.
Oh, nice.